In week 5, we have a crazy matchup in store for you guys. It's going to be the 4-0 Bears versus us, the 4-0 Giants. As you can see there, we do have Tracy as the number 2 running back in the entire league, as he has 334 yards on 58 attempts or 58 carries. And speaking of Tracy, we have a running back breakout with him. So we are going to look at that and see what our objective will be with Tracy this time. So Dable says, I've been impressed with your game or by your game. If you stay on the path you're on, you'll be one of the best in the league. You already know, coach, I'm here to... Okay, I don't know why they have... Okay, I don't know why it's coded this way, but I'm assuming the text box doesn't fit in the screen. That's why it's that way. But we have to get Tracy 75 plus rushing yards and 1 touchdown to increase his depth rate. And I'm pretty sure he is at normal development. So that's why that goal is pretty easy. Essentially, we just have to get him 100 on the day. And yeah, so he has normal development. If he does get it, the depth trait, that is, I think it'll make it to where he will probably win the starting job over Singletary. But the only way to find out is to get into the game. We do have Caleb Williams we are going against, along with DeAndre Swift. And we are going to game plan for Caleb Williams on the medium passing. We're going to try to eliminate big gains, but also try to maintain small gains. That way we're making them work down the field. And then Jalen Johnson is a threat on the passing game plan, of course, along with Tremaine Edmonds in the run game. But I think what we're going to do is obviously focus on that run game so that we can get Tracy up there and hopefully make him into one of the top running backs in the league. No one looks to be injured. I might start skipping this screen when we get through the weeks because pretty much no one ever gets injured, and I can simply just check injuries in the injury report tab of the menu. Singletary does come back next week, but it's probably a little too late for Singletary to keep his job at this point. Of course, we can always trade him, but I think a veteran in the locker room for Tracy would be beneficial to him and his development. We have El Rubio with a skill point, and it looks like his zone is good. His man coverage is decent. We'll probably honestly update running game, run support, and that actually gets him to a 76 overall as he gets 2 play recognition, so that's what boosted it. And then pursuit with 1% tackle. I kind of wanted block shedding, but it is what it is. And other than that, we are good to go. I'm not really looking to sign anybody, just looking to get into the game. And I'll see you guys in the matchup. We are ready to go with the week 5 matchup. 2 undefeated teams. Something's got to give. Someone's got to lose here, unless it obviously goes into overtime and we tie. But I do want to mention that I did change the sliders again. The only thing I changed, though, the reason I'm not showing it or I didn't show it is because it's one thing, like I said, and that is injury. I downed it from 32 to 30. In my other save file, it seemed that the people with the low injury, I guess, rating were having issues where they were getting injured way too much and too frequently. I know there's injury prone players, but that's just like unacceptable. As Caleb Williams is having a monster season so far, 10 touchdowns, 881 yards. And we'll go ahead and meet the team for the Bears. So, of course, their starting quarterback, the face of their franchise, is going to be Caleb Williams with Jarrett Stidham at QB2 and then Tyson Bagent, I hope I pronounced that right, at QB3. At running back, they do have DeAndre Swift. However, he is injured for the week. But the backup today will be Roshan Johnson with Kennedy Brooks right behind him. and the third will be their rookie fullback, Paul Tyler. And then with wide receivers, they have, of course, DJ Moore starting with Roma Dunze right behind him, Rondale Moore at wide receiver 3 with Tyler Scott at wide receiver 4. And then at wide receiver 5, it's Lance McCutcheon. I hope I pronounced that right. With Cole Kmet as the, I would assume, slot receiver if someone is fatigued. But tight ends is Cole Kmet. Rashawn Alexander, the rookie, with Caleb Holloway as the other rookie, but he is tight end 3. I think that is all their tight ends. Yep, it is. And then at left tackle, they do have David Bakhtiari, but he is injured for, I think, about 10 weeks. I had looked at it before the game. And then, so the backup will, of course, step up, being Karan Omegadeji. I hope I pronounced that right. I tried my best. At left guard, they do have Nate Davis with the rookie Dorian McCain right behind him. At center, they have the rookie Ted Duggan, who is actually looking pretty good at his age. He's the same overall as their, I would assume, was a starter last season, Ryan Bates. And then at right guard, they have Tevin Jenkins starting with, I think it's Jatire Carter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. At right tackle, they have Darnell Wright, and then right behind him, they have Andrew Trainer. And then for kicker and punter, they have Cairo Santos at kicker, and then Torrey Taylor at punter. And then, of course, we'll meet the defense when they come out. But here we go. We have Caleb Williams with Roshan Johnson at running back, as they're going to pass it, and it's going to be a pick to Deontay Banks by Caleb Williams. He overthrows his receiver. I didn't get a chance to see who the intended receiver was, but we start off with a bang on the first play of the game. As you guys know, this team has a history of doing that. It looks like he was going for Roma Dunze, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll check it out. We'll give it a second. Well, I don't really think it matters. But regardless, Jones is coming out. And he's having a decent season. A little more yardage than Caleb Williams, but a ton of more targets. I will say that this game is after the update. It's literally the day after. As you see, I did give Jones those new cleats that they added. It's basically the ones TRACY has, but they're just blue and white. As TRACY is down at the 1 on the first run of the game. First play of our drive. We'll go ahead and look at the defense this early for the Bears. At left end, they have Montez Sweat, of course, the former commander. I think that was from free agency, I want to say, unless I could be wrong. But then Austin Booker is his backup. At right end, they have Charles Omenahu with Clellan Farrell as his backup, with Kingsley and Nagbear. I hope I pronounced that one right. Sorry if I didn't. As the third stringer. At nose tackle, they have David Onyemata. Gervin Dexter as the nose tackle 2. Bobby Brown the third as the third stringer. And then Zach Pickens as the fourth stringer, with Clellan Farrell as the, I guess, last minute backup. Akeem Davis Gaither is their left outside linebacker, with Jack Sanborn as his backup. And then middle linebacker, we have Tremaine Edmonds, Jay Roseman, the rookie, Noah Sewell as the third stringer. And then at right outside linebacker, we have TJ Edwards with Mitch Bush, the also rookie, as his backup. At cornerback, we have a good, amazing top NFL cornerback, and in Jalen Johnson. Then his CB2 on the other side of the field is Tyreek Stevenson, with Kyler Gordon as Johnson's backup, Terrell Smith as Stevenson's backup, and then Josh Blackwell, as I would assume is either the slot or Kyler Gordon would be the slot. At free safety, they have Kevin Byard the third with Lonnie Sharp, the rookie, as his backup, which is a good overall, might I add. So you could see the storyline there. He's learning from Kevin Byard before your Byard is let go eventually, or just, signed on as a mentor. But at strong safety, they have Jaquan Brisker, Chamari Connor, and then Leonard Nash, the rookie, who also is a good overall. So they are good on their secondary. And of course, that's just kicker and punter. But that is the defense. We're going to run it again with TRACY, as we do need to get him a touchdown. And we complete that first part of the Death Trait Challenge. And all we have left is the 75 yards that we have to get him. But TRACY is looking good week in and week out. And we take the lead very early in the game. It only took us about a minute. Not even, maybe like 30, 40 seconds. But we are good. Yep, 37 seconds it took us. So here it comes out, Caleb Williams. Well, I'm pretty sure this will be a run for their first play. They don't want to jeopardize a second drive, as Isaiah Simmons is there for the tackle for loss. Because I completely forgot Isaiah Simmons' name for a second. As he is sacked by Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence immediately gets there. And this defense is just showing Caleb Williams that they came to play. They are not playing around with him. Even if he actually threw his first pick this time, for this game. So Caleb Williams' interception free streak is completely over. Cole Kmet does get a ton of yardage there. Looks like a run. It will not. It is play action, but Isaiah Simmons with the pressure. Caleb Williams still gets it out to DJ Moore, and they are down at the 22. We're going to send the house here on Caleb Williams. It is another play action pass. This time it is to number 13. Rashawn Alexander, who is actually the rookie tight end. Looked like a wide receiver. So he's probably a wide receiver converted to tight end. This looks to be a pass, of course. It is a complete check down to the 14, and we do have a player injured. 3rd and 2. And he is sacked by Micah McFadden on the blitz. Micah McFadden, of course, is that player looking for another contract with the team. And that sure is a good argument for that second contract, as he sacks Caleb Williams on the blitz. They do settle for 3, which is fine. Tyrone Tracy comes out again. He has 340 yards on the season so far. And Brian Brooks has a foot fracture. So it's looking like we might have drafted a buzz. I know that's crazy to say in week 5, but he can't seem to stay healthy, as that is his second injury on the year. TRACY does get another set of downs, and we're just going to keep running it with him. There's no reason not to. TRACY up the middle. Another set of downs again. If TRACY becomes a superstar X Factor halfway through this season, I mean, we are going to be probably Super Bowl bound once again, as he gets another set of downs. I promise you guys, my run blocking slider is at about 26. So I don't know what else to tell you guys other than TRACY's a demon. As Christian Lockhart does get 5 on the play. We're going to send Theo Johnson up on the post. Malik Neighbors good for the slant. Daniel Jones is having a pretty good game on the 2 passes he's given. I think it was 2 passes, unless that was his first. But that would be either second or third to Tracy. It is 2nd and inches, so we're going to take a shot at the end zone. Tyrone Tracy is open on the underneath. I couldn't think of the word, but it's the check down, which is what I was trying to think of. Tracy for the score. He gets down to the 2. And we have a lineman injured. Our team is not doing good with injuries right now. Tracy is in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Even though that is not part of the challenge, we do get a 2nd touchdown with him. Blaine Boone, good for the extra point. Not gonna lie, the Bears are kind of in jeopardy of losing this game if they do not score here. It is very early on, but if we get up basically 3 scores, it's not gonna look good. As that was a check down to their fullback, Paul Tyler, the rookie. And they have a 2 running back set here with Kennedy Brooks and Roschon Johnson in on the play. It is thrown to Deontay Banks, number 15. Roma Dunze is going to score. It wasn't a slant, but it was an in route. Or it was a post, but that is a good score for them. Santos is good for the extra point. The Bears managed to stay in this game with that score in the first quarter, that ended the first quarter. We are in the second quarter with a run with Tracy that goes nowhere, loses a yard. Montez Sweat makes the play. We're going to go ahead and look to pass. We're going to send Hyatt on a post. See who gets open, and it is Theo Johnson on the underneath route on the drag. Makes it 3rd and inches, so we are going to take a shot. I mean, this is 2 undefeated teams. Like I said at the beginning of the game, something's got to give, and we are not going to play scared. Tracy open on the check down. That was pretty much all that was open. I'm kind of dinking and dunking right now, which I know is probably very boring to watch, but nothing is getting open. Neighbors is open over the top. However, that is batted down. Wide open over the middle is Jalen Hyatt down at the 23. And we're 3 yards shy from the red zone. Screen pass to Tracy. Tracy to the outside. Stays up after the tackle attempt. And I think he's down at the 5. He has 49 yards on the day so far. 4 receptions and 4 targets. But I think that's receiving and not actually running. We're going to hand it to Tracy on the play here in the red zone. And it is another touchdown by Tracy. That is 3 on the day. And at this point, I think we know who we're starting at running back from this point on in the season. We're going to blitz a little bit at the beginning of this drive. We got to keep Caleb Williams on his toes. And that blitz works out because Isaiah Simmons and Dexter Lawrence get in there and cause a loss of 2. The field looks to be wide here. And it is actually an RPO, it looked like. As Bobby Okereke is all over it. And Roschon Johnson loses nothing. So he reaches the line of scrimmage, which is really surprising. It is 3rd and 12. We're going to pass commit. It is a screen pass to Roschon Johnson. And it doesn't get to the first down line. So it is just short. It is 4th and 2. And they are going to punt it back to us. Screen pass to Tracy once again. Gets another set of downs. Good for a first. He has 64 yards receiving on the day. Not sure how many he has running. We'll find out here, hopefully. But really, I mean, they're not stopping Tracy at all. They do not have an answer for him currently, as he has 56 on the day on 10 attempts. I saw it just as it disappeared. So we need we need less than 25 yards. And I think he got a good chunk here. But Christian Lockhart is in for this play, and he is going to get it. They have no answer for our run game, regardless of our third or second stringer. On the slant, Wando is open in the middle on the underneath. Gonna do a possession catch with him, not risk anything, especially when we're moving the ball very efficiently. Not sure how this Bears team is 4-0, as they are not really, they haven't been that much of a challenge this game. As Malik Neighbors gets interfered with and it doesn't get called, so that's classic Madden for you guys. Jalen Johnson is actually not on him. That is the safety. But Jalen Hyatt is open on the underneath. At a starting one, we're going to let the clock run out. Malik Neighbors open on the slant. Gets it down to the 5. And we are inching closer and closer by the play on another score. And we're going to look to give Tracy the ball and make it 4 on the day. And it is going to be 4 on the day. Tyrone Tracy Jr. And you guys already know Blaine Boone good for the extra point. The Bears have 30 seconds here, 3 timeouts to make something happen. They got to leave the half with something, because we do get the ball back in the second half to start the third quarter. It is thrown immediately to DJ Moore right in front of Bobby Okereke's face. So it's looking like Caleb Williams is not scared at all after the unfortunate pick at the beginning of the game. To be fair, though, they can't be one-dimensional today, as they are struggling so far. There's a pass on first down to Cole Kmet. And it's wide open to DJ Moore over the top. Tyler Newman immediately just doesn't read it correctly. And Tyler Newman has a history of doing that. I mean, he struggles in strong safety and then free safety. I'm not sure what it is about him. But the Bears managed to stay in this one right before the half. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. We have 3 timeouts. I am not going to let those go to waste, and I am going to prioritize a deep ball with a quick timeout right after it. Hopefully, Jalen Hyatt manages to hone this one in. He does not. It's knocked out as he's going down. So, pretty much, it's the first half is going to be over. Barring Neighbors gets wide open here. He does not, as Jones gets pile drived as he throws it. But that is the first half. And we are going to focus the run again. I don't think we still have gotten Tracy's rushing yards. I think we got his receiving, but not his rushing. And then we're going to focus the deep ball on Caleb Williams, because as you guys saw on that touchdown a moment ago, basically, he is not shy of throwing it deep. And he can actually get it deep. And Tyler Newman, again, he is looking to be a liability. There is a chance that I do switch him again to strong safety. But we will have to wait and see how the game pans out. As Theo has a massive gain. Theo seems to be that weapon that turns a 5-yard play into a 25 or even 35-yard gain. Tracy again there on the run. He did indeed get it. That is 78 yards on the day with 3 touchdowns rushing and 17 carries. So Tracy it will be a star development running back after this game. We throw it away there, nothing open. The pocket immediately collapsed. We'll run it again with TRACY on 3rd and 2. We do get the first down. I mean, who's surprised at this point? Looking to pass to Devin Colt. He is a speedy tight end, and he shows that speed off there with the cut on the route. Allows himself to get open, and he helps us get down to the 11. And we're in a perfect spot to not only score, but get another first down, as we were at the 11, like I said. And I love when this happens, because essentially you have, 8 tries to get into the end zone at this point down here. But it's looking like we're not going to have any 8 shots. We're going to have only 4. I kind of do want to go for it. If the Bears score, I mean, the Bears will have the whole field to go. So we are going to go for it. We're looking for TRACY, as they haven't been able to cover him, and that is 5 on the day. Tyrone TRACY Jr. touchdown once again, and it's looking like he's making himself comfy in the end zone at MetLife. All right, well, the Bears are playing behind again, as the entire game they've been doing that. And it's not looking pretty right now, but Caleb Williams does get that out as he's getting sacked. At this point, the Bears have to score on every drive that they have. It doesn't let me switch there on Tyler Newman, not sure why, but it does go to Cole Kmet on the outside. Gets it down to the 36 to make it 3rd and 1. It's looking like it's going to be a run here. So number 23, Roschon Johnson gets the first. Roschon Johnson on the run again. Micah McFadden is there to tackle him at the line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke looked to scare Roschon Johnson, as Roschon Johnson was looking to go back on the inside, but couldn't, letting Micah McFadden receive that play. And he gets sacked by number 55. I think it's Anderson. God, I don't even know my players. But he does get sacked on the play. And it is 3rd and 19 for Caleb Williams and the Bears. It'll be a miracle if they get it. They do not. That is caught by DJ Moore on the outside, on the sideline. Tyrone TRACY to the outside. Tries to stiff arm a man, but couldn't. And now he is over 100 yards, as he has 102 on that run. We're just going to continue to run it. TRACY gets the first down. I know this probably was a boring episode. I figured it was going to be a shootout, considering that, you know, both teams are 4-0. And actually, Tyrone TRACY gets completely stuffed there. And that is going to be picked off by Lonnie Sharp, the rookie. Free safety, and it's going to be a pick 6. So the Bears are once again in the game. Oh my God. It is not a freaking episode without Jones picking the ball off and it being a pick 6, man. Oh my goodness. We're going to be strategic because, as you guys can see, Daniel Jones continues to jeopardize games for us, and that sack right there is another play that is jeopardizing us, because, I mean, then again, I couldn't throw that away because it would have been intentional grounding. TRACY only gets 2. Unfortunately, Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. And that is the end of the third. 35-24 is your score. And we're going to have to throw it away. So the Bears will get this back. Jones was immediately pressured. I swear, man, if it's not the O-line collapsing, it's Jones throwing a pick. Oh my God, we got a roughing the kicker on the defense of the Bears. I think it was Tremaine Edmonds on the play who committed the foul. We'll see. The crowd does get hyped here, and it was actually TJ Edwards, so we will take that, and it's gonna be a first down. So what a shot in the foot to the Bears that is. TRACY on the run. So it's looking like they're shutting down TRACY, which is actually really good for them because we've been smoking them with him on every play pretty much. Wandale cannot, I mean, he is not even within a mile of that ball. And all of a sudden it's 3rd and 9. Oh my God. Neighbors was going to be wide open over the top or over the middle. But it's disrupted by Onyemata. And we'll have to punt this back to the Bears. Rondell Moore is the one receiving. He eats a hit stick, but Jason Pinnock is there to secure the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Bears, 4th quarter, 9 minutes to go. They are down 11 points, and Dexter Lawrence, a powerhouse, gets in there again. It is a loss of 1 for Roshan Johnson. It is a comeback route for Cole Kmet, and it is a cured catch. I just hope they don't go over the top, because if they do, we are cooked. And he is sacked by Kayvon Thibodeau, who forces the ball out, but number 76, Tevin Jenkins, is quickly there to jump on it or pounce on the ball. But it does force a 4th down. So this ball is going to be punted back to us. And we're going to just fair catch it. We're going to try to waste the clock. I don't really want Caleb Williams, a QB of his caliber, to have as many chances to score. That's not saying much, though, because they haven't made much of their chances. It's Tyrone Tracy Jr. up the middle. Has a ton of space. And he's down at the 34. What a run by Tyrone Tracy Jr. there. And that is a big blow to the Bears defense. Christian Lockhart here with the simple run. And loses one. Malik Neighbors down the field. Cannot make a play on it. Doesn't even get a hand. I mean, nothing's wide open. They literally almost went to R1, which I'm not sure. I didn't take a look at who it was because I thought R1 was TRACY on the check down, and that's who I intended it for. But thankfully, that literally went nowhere. Blaine Boone on the kick. Hopefully this is good, and it is good for 3. So we up our lead to 38. As there is only 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They go to Cole Kmet on the outside. He does get a good first, or a new set of downs. It's looking like he's been really their only weapon this game. They tried getting the running game going. They couldn't. And then they also tried getting the passing game going, but it has only been that one play by DJ Moore over the top, and then checkdowns basically at the line of scrimmage, essentially the entire game. As there's pressure there on Caleb Williams, but he manages to get out of the pocket and throw it away. And you'd be right to guess that they're going for it after this play if it is not good. And it is not. Cordell Flott with a beautiful play to deny the catch. It is 4th down. We're going to try and hype this crowd up, and we cannot for some reason. It looks like they're going 4 verticals. They're going to the underneath to, again, Cole Kmet. And at this point, they're going to go hurry up. DJ Moore in the slot. Roshan Johnson motion. Oh my God, and DJ Moore is wide open on the seam. Man, our defense is really bad over the top. I mean, I don't really know what else I could do about that. They are going to go for 2. I don't really know what to do about over the top. That's really just on our defense with Roshan Johnson getting the 2. So pretty much a touchdown wins them the game, I think. Yep, it does by a point. So basically that 2-point conversion there was because they do not believe in their defense. So if we lose this game, it's going to be on us, essentially. So I guess it was a bit of a shootout. Not in the way that I intended or thought about, but it was a shootout nonetheless. Because both teams got over 21 points. TRACY, I mean, continues to show off that he is an amazing runner. But credit to the O-line. They have been giving him holes to run through. I just wish that Jones was playing better than he is. Because if we continue to win, you know, we're not going to be in a position to draft a QB. And it's just going to keep being Jones over and over again. So, you know, it just pains me that Jones is the only oddball out of the entire team not performing well. That is the 2-minute warning, by the way. I got lost in the yapping I was doing. The Bears do call their first timeout of the game, or of the second half. TRACY up the middle for a gain of 3. If that is the case, we need a punt from, and it's not going to matter. We get the first, and that pretty much is going to sum the game. TRACY up the middle for a gain of 2. TRACY with the first. Down to the 20, and this game is pretty much over. Oh god, that is not a good thing. I was not gonna commentate that part because oh, I did not think Christian Lockhart was going to fumble there. So the Bears actually have a chance at winning this whole thing with a play over the top, which is literally all they need. And I mean, they're gonna go for it, of course, because it's been working the entire game. And we are not going to allow that to happen. He is sacked by Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence, so it's not going to matter. That is the game. Clock runs out, 000s. And we... it wasn't even a convincing win. It was for the first half of the game, but we come out by the skin of our teeth with a W at MetLife against the 4-0 Bears. And as you guys can see there, Caleb Williams had a day, basically. Jones did too, but he threw, I think, 1 pick, 2 picks. We can look at it. Yeah, he threw a pick. Both players threw a pick. But, I mean, that's just unacceptable by Jones because of Jones's situation. But I will see you guys in the main menu. We will take a look at who has upgrades, and it's actually pretty much nobody. Never mind, all right. But we will see what TRACY got. He, of course, will get his dev trade up. Look like he's breaking out. How impressed by him have you been recently? Very impressed. He's doing all the right things, Dable says, and stepping up whenever he's asked to do more. I couldn't be happier with how he's doing. So he now has star development. TRACY looks to be developing at quite a good pace, and it's looking like he's going to pretty much be the starter from now on, as Brian Brooks is out again for 3 weeks. So, I mean, it's looking like, yeah, we pretty much, I don't want to give up on him yet. I mean, he has 86 injury. I don't really know how he's getting injured quite frequently. If he gets injured again after his 3 weeks, I might have to tone it down just a little bit. I do want to, of course, keep the injury prone people in, but it's just, I mean, if this guy cannot play a whole game without getting injured, then I mean that's obviously an issue. And then Devin Singletary and Jordan Riley will be back next week or next episode. But that is it. We will see the standings. Jones is second, but I think Caleb Williams is gonna overtake him. I mean, we'll sim it. No worries. All right, so we are in week 6. We are 5-0. We are the top team in the NFC, and Jones and Caleb Williams lost their spots in the QB standings. But Tracy is now the leading running back in the entire NFL with yardage. But we will look at everything else once I see you guys in the next one. As always, and thank you guys for watching.